morning. Today in this video for BCom first year business statistics, I'll discuss the very important question which was asked earlier in the exams and are possible to be asked in future examination also. Let's discuss. The question is, from the following series compute arithmetic mean. So this question is of a central tendency. This question is of a central tendency, measurement of central tendency. This question is asking about the computation of arithmetic mean as well as mode and median. But in this video, I only cover the arithmetic mean. In the next few videos, I will cover the mode and median also. Let's start. There are two columns are given. In first column, wages are given, and the next column, numbers of persons are given. Let's read. First say less than 8, number of persons are 5. Wages less than 16, numbers of persons are 12. 8 to 24 is the wages, number of persons are 29. Wages are 24 and above, number of persons are 31. Wages are 32 to 40, number of persons are 8. Wages are 40 and above, number of persons are 19. Wages are 48 and above, number of persons are 5. So first of all, here the complete class interval is not given. Until and unless we don't know the class interval, we cannot compute the arithmetic mean. So what we need to do, we need to compute the class interval. How can we calculate it? By solving what value will come in place of less than, and what value will come in place of 24 and above, 40 and above, 40 and above, and by solving what will be the number of persons in front of all the class interval. Let's start. First value is given less than 8. This means that the wages which is lowest 2 rupees 8, the lowest wages 2 rupees 8 is given to 5%. Lowest wages 2 rupees 8 is given to 5%. So we need to guess what will be the lowest wages. We know, I think you know all one thing, that wages can't be negative. Wages cannot be negative. So lowest wages will be either 0. So we'll take it as a 0. So we say that to 0 to 8 rupees of wages, 0 to 8 rupees of wages is given to number of person is 5. 0 to 8 rupees of wages is given to 5 persons. By the same logic, we can say that 0 to 16 rupee wages is given to 12 persons. So we come to know that in place of less than 8, less than 16, what value will come? Value will come 0. 0 to 8 and 0 to 16. Moving further, now we need to solve what will come in place of above. 3 times above is used in the question. 24 and above, then 40 and above, and then 48 and above. What does the above means here? The above means here that the 48 to maximum wages which is given to any worker is the mean of above. 48 to maximum wages, with what will the maximum wages, is given to 5%. 40 and above means 42, the maximum wages, which is, what will be the wages, is given to 19 persons. And 24 to the maximum wages is given to 31%. What we will need to do, we just need to find out what will be the maximum wages. So how we come to calculate this? We come to know that first class interval is 0 to 8. And in our question, one more class interval is given 32 to 40. 2 times 0 to 8 and 32 to 40 are class interval. The difference of the class interval L2 minus L1 is 8. So we can tell the maximum wages will be 48 to 856. I'll tell you one more time. I'll just tell you interval is 0 to 8. One more class interval is given 32 to 40. In both class interval, the difference between the lower limit and upper limit is 8. So, by the same logic, what will be the class into what will be the upper limit of the last class? It will be by adding 8 to 48 and it will come 56. 56. So the maximum wages which is given to the persons in our class is 56. So we can replace the above by the value we calculate, and the value is 56. So we can say that 24 to 56 is given to 31 persons. 40 to 56 is given to 19 persons, and 48 to 56 is given to 5 persons. After solving less than and above than value, we just need to simplify the frequencies and come to know about the wages. Let's start. In our question, it is given less than 8 wages is given to 5 persons. So there is no need to adjustment. We will say that 0 to 8 rupees wages is given to 5 persons. Why we not need adjustment? Because we come to know the class interval or the difference between L2 and L1, we need to keep at 8. So here the class interval will be 0 to 8. And the number of persons are given in the question 5. So we don't need any adjustment. Next, we need to know what are the persons we are getting the wages between 8 rupees to 16 rupees. Question is given that less than 16 wages is given to 12 person, less than 8 wages given to 5 person. So, by the help of these two values, we can compute that wages 8 to 16 is given to 12 minus 5. How many persons? 7 persons. We can know, we can calculate that the number of persons here will come 7. 8 to 16 wages is coming, 8 to 16 rupee wages given to 7 person. How the 7 come? 7 come by the value by subtracting 5 from 12. 7. Next, we come to know, we have to find out that how many persons are getting 24 to 32 rupee wages. How many persons are getting 24 rupees to 32 rupees wages? We left it for a while. इसको हम बाद में कैलकुलेट करेंगे, थोड़ी देर के इसको छोड़ देते हैं. Sorry. I'm really sorry. Next class interval will be 16 to 24. Next class interval will be 16 to 24. It is given to us in question that rupees 8 to 24 wages is given to 29%. And we just compute that 8 to 16 rupee wages is given to 7%. By the help of these two values, we can calculate the the number of persons who are getting wages between 16 to 24, which are 29 to minus 7, it comes 22. Next, we need to find how many persons are getting the wages between 24 to 32. We will left for a while. We will calculate it after a little while. One value 34 to 40 is given in the question. We need just to note down it. 32 to 40 is getting, number of persons are getting 8. 32 to 40 wages are given to 8 persons. Now, the last three calculations are very important. First, it is given the question that 48 to 56 rupee wages are given to 5 persons. So we can write it down here. That 48 to 56 rupee wages is given to 5 persons. The last two values which we need to find out are how many persons are given the wages between 40 to 48. We don't know about it. So we'll need to find it out. We know that 40 to 56 rupee wages is received by 19 persons. And we also know that 48 to 56 rupee wages is received by 5 persons. By the help of these two values, we can compute that 40 to 48 rupee wages is received by 19 minus 5, 14 persons. The value will, what value will come here? It value come here 14. 42, 48, 14. Other two values are 8, 8 and 5. Last value, we need to find out the last value. Last value is how many persons are receiving the wages between 24 to 32 rupees. 24 रुपए से 32 रुपीस की वेजेस कितने पर्सन्स को मिल रही है, ये मुझे अभी तक नहीं पता. हमें ये दे रखा है क्वेश्चन में कि 24 टू 56 रुपए की वेजेस मिल रही है 31 पर्सन्स को. What we need to find out that how many persons are receiving the wages between 24 to 32. How we going to find it out? Let's see. We know that 32 to 40 rupee wages are receiving by 8 persons. 40 to 48 by 14 persons. And 48 to 56 by 5 persons. By adding these these three values, we can say that wages of rupees 32 to 56 is receiving by 27%. The sum of 8 plus 14 plus 5 is 27, and the wages is 32 to 56. So I can say that wages of rupees 32 to 56 is receiving by 27, and the value which is given in the question is that wages of rupees 24 to 56 is received by 31. So by the help of these two values, we can find out that 24 to 32 rupees wages is received by 31 minus 27 is equal to 4%. So what value will come here? The value will come here 4. So we have solved this series. After solving this series and the respective frequency, we will compute the arithmetic mean by the help of a step deviation method. Let's discuss it. Before starting any calculation, in case of continuous series, when we are calculating mean or median or mode, first step we need to do is we get to calculate the midpoint. What we need to calculate? We need to calculate midpoint. How we going to calculate midpoint? We are going to calculate midpoint by the help of L1 and L2. L1 is lower limit, L2 is upper limit. Lower limit in this question are 0, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. Then upper limit are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. We going to sum both the limits L1 and L2 and going to divide it by 2 to calculate the midpoint. I have done some sample here. L1 plus L2 upon 2. First class interval is 0 to 8. So L1 will be 0. L2 will be 8. So 0 plus 8 upon 2, the midpoint will be 4. 4. Next midpoint will be 8 plus 16 upon 2, 12. 12. Going further, the last midpoint will be 48 plus 56 upon 2, 52. Likewise, we calculate all the midpoint. After calculating all the midpoint, for solving the question by step deviation method, next step is to calculate the step deviation. For calculating step deviation, we need to assume among the midpoint any of the value as assumed mean, arbitrary mean. So I assume 20 as my mean. I just assume. I didn't calculate it. I assume that 20 is my mean. So I assume 20 is my mean. After assuming any of the value as mean, what the next step is? Next step is to compute deviation of each of midpoint from that assumed mean and dividing the deviation from the common factor. What is the common factor? Common factor is the difference between the lower limits and upper limit. I'll explain one more time. For calculating step deviation, we need to assume any value among the midpoint as assumed mean or arbitrary mean. I'll in this question do 20 as my assumed mean. After taking 20 as assumed mean, the next step is to calculate deviation of each value from that assumed mean and dividing that deviation from the common factor, which is represented by I. What is the common factor? Common factor is the difference between the lower limit and the upper limit, or the upper limit and lower limit. The difference between the upper limit and lower limit in all the class interval is 8, and we also call it as a common factor. I'll show you how to calculate the step deviation. Step deviation is calculated by the formula x minus a divided by I. What is the value of x? X will be 4, 12, 20, 28, 36, 44, 52. And a will be always 20 in this question. So how we calculate it? X minus a divided by I. X will be 4 minus 20 divided by 8. For calculating step division, most important point to keep in mind is to keep in mind the negative value and the positive value. We should keep in mind the sign, negative sign, positive sign. When we subtracting 20 from 4, the value will come in negative minus 16, and we divide minus 16 by 8, the value will come minus 2. Next, x will be 12. X will be 12. So I'll show you how to calculate this step division. 12 minus 20 divided by I is 8. The value will come minus 1. Likewise, value will come minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. After calculating all the step deviation, the next step is to multiply the frequency with the deviation. Multiply the frequency with the deviation. Start. 5 minus 2 is minus 10. 7 minus 1 is minus 7. 22 into 0 is 0. 4 into 1 is plus 4. 8 into plus 2 is plus 16. 40 into plus 3 is plus 42. 5 plus 4 is plus 20 and we represent it by f d x dash. After calculating all the values, the next step is to sum this last column and the column of frequency. The sum of frequency is coming in 65, and in our question the sum of the product of frequency and step deviation is also coming 65. We represent by sigma f dx dash, which is coming 65. After calculating all the values, the next step is to compute arithmetic mean by placing a value, by placing a formula. The formula is sigma bar a plus sigma f dx dash divided by n into I. What is x bar representing here? X bar is the sign for arithmetic mean. A is our assumed in our question, which is 20. Sigma f dx is the sum of the product of frequency and step deviation, which is 65, and is the sum of the number of person of frequency, which is 65, and I is the common factor, which is 8. So by placing all the value, 20 plus 65 divided by 65 into 8, we can calculate the value of arithmetic mean. X bar is 28. I hope that it is clear to all. In next video, we'll discuss how to compute mode and median in this series. Thank you very much.